Many couples would assert that mutual trust is one of the most important aspects of a relationship. And once that trust is broken, it's often impossible to get a partnership back on track. One couple recently discovered what may happen when two people in a relationship can't trust each other any longer. In 2019, a woman from Colombia went viral after she tracked her husband down and confronted him about lying to her. Sources reported that the altercation happened after her husband told her he was going on an important trip with a friend. Not believing the man's story, the wife decided to follow him and see what he was up to. Even before her husband approached her with the seemingly innocent request to go on a trip with his friend, whom he referred to as Tony, the wife had her suspicions that her husband was hiding something from her. So, when he asked whether his wife would give him some money to join his male friend, the wife came up with a plan. Initially, the woman agreed, giving her husband the money he needed to make the trip happen. With his wife's blessing, the man was on his way, presumably ecstatic that she bought into his lies. Little did he know, his wife had been scheming the entire time, and his trip would soon be cut short. Soon, the man arrived at what seemed to be a predetermined meeting place with his supposed friend Tony. Just as he and the friend got comfortable in a restaurant, an unexpected addition joined the party when the man's partner strutted in and publicly confronted the pair. Needless to say, she wasn't happy with what she found. Walking into the restaurant where she saw her husband enter, all the wife's prior suspicions were instantly confirmed. Instead of finding her partner with Tony, as he had previously told her, he was having a meal with another woman. Seeing the two together was enough to spark her temper, and things took a violent turn. Seeing her husband with another woman, the wife walked up to her partner to confront him face to face. She stood next to the pair's table, speaking to the man in an angry voice. Noticing what was about to happen, onlookers took out their phones and started to record the entire altercation. In the video, the enraged woman addressed her husband directly, presumably asking him what he was doing there. When the man merely looked at her without responding, the angry wife swung her outstretched hand, striking him with a loud slap. On the other side of the table, the apparent mistress cowered with her hands over her face. After the slap, restaurant staff, presumably some of the waiters, stepped in, restraining the angry wife by grabbing her arms while she continued ranting at her husband. Seemingly calming down, the woman asked the staff to let her go, and after some back and forth, they freed her arms, allowing her to move about once more. As soon as she felt both her arms being let go, the wife took a breath, shifted her gaze to the mistress, and grabbed her hair in a flash. Wrenching the other woman's head down to the table with her one hand, the wife leaned back and snatched her hair with her other hand as well, pulling hard several times. The mistress could be heard yelling out in pain while the wife forced her head down to the table. While she was sobbing loudly, the restaurant staff stepped in once more, trying to free the other woman's hair from the fuming wife's clutches. After finally loosening the wife's grip, the mistress got up and left the restaurant, sobbing loudly. People on social media responded to the viral video, writing, "Who made you the promise of love, commitment, and respect? Who is breaking it? It is the partner you chose who is betraying you and exposing you publicly." Many criticized the wife for beating the mistress, although they noted that the wife's anger was justified, much like when this mother found her husband with another woman.